exclusive.
Folks, a manhunt has ended for 32-year-old B.J. Brown. He allegedly murdered his ex-girlfriend and shot a Tennessee officer while on the run. The crimes linked to B.J. Brown were shocking, but not exactly surprising. He is a violent, habitual repeat offender, said Sheriff Trugray. Trugray says Brown has been arrested at least 15 times since 2010. Court documents shows a history of charges, some violent, including pursuits, drugs, assaults, robbery, including a police dog, and resisting officers. We've even had cases of domestic violence with him and the lady that he murdered. Monday's murder was caught on cell phone video. It shows a man walking up to Cassandra Jones outside a New Orleans apartment complex with what appears to be an AK-47 and shoots her multiple times. He should never be on the streets again, and I wish we could have done something to prevent that situation from happening. Maybe he could have been in jail. I don't know, said Sheriff Trugray. Court record shows Brown passed charges in St. John Parish landed him in Parish Jail for only 94 days. But some charges were either not pursued or dropped by the victim, Cassandra Jones. The only pending charges involved a high-speed chase on River Road back in October. He crashed into citizens who were injured, 3 adults and a child, where he basically totaled all the vehicles involved, and he managed to escape on foot. He turned himself in later on that day. Trugray worries about a failure in the justice system, especially since Brown was on probation for drug charges at the time of the murder. Last month, Brown was sentenced to 2 years probation instead of 3 years in jail. 2 days later, Jones filed a restraining order for domestic violence against Brown in Orleans Parish. She was killed a month and a half later. There was a warrant out for Brown in St. John Parish, and he also had a warrant out for him in New Orleans. Sheriff Mike Trugray said that he's definitely what I would consider a violent criminal history and a person that definitely needs to be off the streets and probably should have been off the streets a long time ago. On the run for a couple days, Brown was caught Wednesday morning in Houston County, Tennessee, near the town of Erin. The handcuffs used were from the officer who Brown allegedly shot and injured during the traffic stop. Erin Police Chief Mark Moore said that the officer's gear probably had a little blood on it, but I didn't wash them off because he had this officer's blood on his hands anyway. Moore says his 6-man department has never experienced anything like this. It hits home. It's not just a fellow officer. It's a friend, family, brother, and we take those things personally. Sheriff Trugray says, given the evidence in the case, it should be expedited in court. If you commit a crime, it's just undeniable and your guilt is obvious. This case should not take years to be prosecuted. Brown is currently in the Houston County Jail in Tennessee facing a charge of attempted murder of a police officer. And when he's done with that court case, he would be transferred back to New Orleans to face those murder charges for his ex-girlfriend. Stay tuned as we keep you posted with this horrific crimes and others from around the world.
It happened Monday morning inside an apartment complex in the 1400 block of Iberville Street. A witness tells Eyewitness News Brown shot Jones in the back. She ran, then collapsed. That's when video circulating online shows a man walk up to Jones with a long gun, shooting her at least 2 more times.